All right, everybody, welcome to the show. It's your boy Johnny Elias, aka Better Days, aka Prop Time Live, aka so many aliases. I should have been an alias. um, all right, we're here for our college basketball, college hoops prop show. Probably gonna do some bonus NFL with it. Just want to give a little housekeeping. To start, let's talk about Oklahoma, Michigan. I had to pull those. I don't like them. They were kind of all over the place, really volatile. Uh, I don't think they're reliable. So I yanked those, unfortunately, but we still have four games that we're going to get into. Another thing I did is the main games we're going to talk about are Marquette, Butler, and Washington State, because I was able to actually run some simulations in advance and then get values on the over under of those props for both these games. There's much more for Washington State, I believe, if I remember correctly. But that's sort of it. Before we really get started, it's a good time to remind you guys that our show is powered by Bet 105, best odds in the game. Bet 105 is a newly launched, relaunched low juice sports book that takes fair limits and welcomes winners. They have fast, easy withdrawals, and creating an account only takes one step. There's instant payouts, winners are welcome, high limits, and reduced juice. Bet 105, where the pros play. We thank them dearly. They actually, I believe, just had a big portion of their website redone. So check it out, bet105.eu. Okay, so we'll get into these props right now. First thing I'm going to do, though, before we do that, is let's just check out what the market's doing in college basketball, particularly with respect to the games that we are going to focus on. That's Marquette Butler and Washington State. Let me just find. I apologize. Some of this is tough with a one man show, but let's do this here. If it'll work. All right, yeah, so we're looking at our odds screen here. I want to find, let's see where we're at. There's Memphis, Virginia. That should be a good one, but I didn't do any projections for that. All right, Butler, Marquette, minus 14.5. Bookmaker Chris, minus 14. Circa, minus 14, minus 106 at Penny. Some minus 4.5 plus 100 at ESPN Bet, a minus 13, but a minus 124 to go along with it at Bet Online. Then I believe the other game is like the last game. I think it's on at 11 o'clock. Yeah, 11 o'clock. So we got Washington minus 2.5 there. Let's just check on the totals real quick. Washington State looks like 149 at some of these sharper books here, although Penny is at a 148.5 minus 113. I don't have the prop lines for college basketball on the odds screen. It's just not something it's equipped to do because it's a relatively new market. And really, besides RotoWire, I'm kind of the only game in town here with that. Check out the Substack for notes and the like. But let's just take a look at our projections while we're here. Because we do have, well, let's go through the games that um, we're not going to talk about first. Uh, all right. So Um, Again, Pop Isaacs out. I think a lot of that stuff, a lot of his stats going to be absorbed by Kalkbrenner and Ashworth. I know those points are high. These odds are a little bit old, but looking at him 19.5, I mean, it's not crazy. Maybe there's an over there that's playable. The rebounds, let's just check that out real quick, just for shits and giggles. 7.5, and we have him up here 8.6. So they're seeming to be keying a little bit over, uh, at least to these older odds. I would have liked to have all updated odds on here. Unfortunately, in putting this whole project together, my API only has a certain amount of requests that I'm allowed to fetch each time I use it. And I am close to the limit. I want to save them for some other projections on other days. So we're not going to really do anything with that. Let's show you UConn Xavier. These are they're pretty much in line with the market. Let's see if we can see what our biggest contributors should be. Caravan, you'll see 16.1. His line, let's see, for points, 16.5. So we're right there, sort of, with the market on these, which is good. I mean, we're trying to spot inefficiencies in the market, but it's not the worst thing if what you're projecting is close to what the odds makers are. But all right, what I want to talk about first, we'll just go in time order. We'll go Marquette Butler first. I'm going to show you the projections for Marquette and Butler, and then we'll get started from there. So Marquette Butler, we don't have any odds here. I'm going to show you why in a minute. But you'll see here, Cam Jones, 22.2. You can kind of see where the contributors are, and it kind of goes by points here, and then we start with that's just the way it's sorted. So we got a fair amount of projections here, and Chase Ross might not play today. I don't know. I should check. See if I got anything on him, although I don't have much to really go on so quickly. Let's see. Where is he? He's still it's still listed as a game time decision. Yeah, I guess it's really a game time decision for him. Anyway, let's take a look at Washington State. Just give you here's what I mean with got a little bit more projected here. Asabar, I think their best player, although other people may argue Diallo, but I think it's pretty clearly Osabar. See, he's got pretty good stat line for college hoops. Calamy is definitely the best player for Washington State, but Lawan Watts is not far behind at all. One thing I didn't check on is whether there's a relationship between Isaiah Watts and Lawan Watts, but that'll be something we have to, we'll see. I'm not going to watch that game because it's at 11 o'clock, but maybe we'll find out another day. Not really important. What I want to do is tell you what I played already. As far as bets, one I regret just because I played it based off of old projections that I was looking at on a CSV versus what I put on the Google sheet. But let me just tell you what I played. I did play under assist in that Michigan Oklahoma game for Danny Wolf, under 2.5 minus 105. The one I kind of regret here is Cam Jones under 30.5 points, rebounds, and assists minus 125. It's actually going to come closer, you'll see, to it's going to be around, I think, 32.5. And obviously, I wouldn't want under in that situation, but we'll leave it be and roll with the punches and see what we get. But now we're going to take a look at some actual bets, and I got to switch. I'm going to stop sharing for a second. Like I mentioned, what I did is I put together a little sheet here that shows the player, the team, the stat, the prop. Oh, that's not the prop line. This is the player projection. I don't know why that said prop line. So that's not the prop line. All right. But anyway, what I did is I took the prop lines and ran some simulations, and then we compared probabilities for this hitting the over based on the odds versus hitting the under, and then also with the price. And long story short, we get an over probability and under probability. So if you'll see with Cam Jones, for example, with his points, there's going to be a 19% value on the over, but there'll be a minus 19% on the under. So it just tracks opposite each other. And then we also did the same for Washington and no, actually that may have been the prop line that I just got rid of here. Let me it's probably that's not the prop line. Okay. So we have a projection in one, and then we do have the actual prop line on another, but it's the same deal, except you're gonna see this did a better calculation. Basically, the other one's not bad, but this really incorporates the odds a lot more versus the other one was more based off of the prop line itself. Now that I recall, back when I did this a few hours ago. So not that it really matters because you'll see what side the value is on. But it's like I said, those odds are just going to be on the same. So, there could be, let's say, again, well, let me just share. I'll show you in a second. Let me just get this up. It'll just be easier. All right. So, you look at this here, see what I mean? 19%. So you're going to know based on the over probability that this is the value here for Cam Jones points with his projection of 22.2. You're going to know it's 19% over value, negative 19%. However, when we go to Washington and Washington State, you'll actually get the prop line here, and you'll see how it goes minus 23%, 14%, minus 42%, 33%. They're just a little more accurate. I don't know why my cursor just fucking went enormous there. But yeah, so let's go to Marquette Butler because that is the first game on our slate here. And you'll see Cam Jones over 19%. A lot of overs on the points here. Pierre Brooks, 14%. So a lot of over on the points. Then you're going to switch to getting some unders on your rebounds and assist here. And I'll go ahead and actually share this this year with everybody, but you'll see how we get some value here. And if we switch over to Washington and Washington State, um, we're going to have some value on these props. We'll have your over probability, under probability, and go all the way down. But I'm going to share this because I've actually had something come up here, and I have to unfortunately end this early. I apologize for that, but hopefully we can pick this up on another date. And yeah, we'll have some more shows and it'll be better, but I'll make this public at the top of my Twitter for everybody. All right. Thanks, everyone. Take it easy.